Hi guys, and welcome back to the Danielle Smith series for the 19th episode, in which we continue our story from last time, Danielle Smith's fairy tale adventure. Before we get back to the story, here is a brief recap. Last time, Danielle Smith was walking through the forest when she found herself in a fairy tale forest, where she soon found herself running from trouble, rescued by Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Soon after, she was out in the forest where she was nearly abducted until she was rescued by Peter Pan. We pick up moments after Peter Pan had rescued her from her would-be abductor. After he made sure she was safe, he left her. She was now in the care of a princess who was going to keep a close eye on her. Her carer and protector was Princess Rapunzel, who also ran a hairdressing salon and watched her like a hawk while serving her clients as they came to get their hair done. When her job was done for the morning, she sat down to have lunch with Danielle, who was, curious as to how she had time to run a successful hairdressing business. Rapunzel told her the story of how she came to start her business in the first place. How did you end up in our world, Danielle? I was walking through a local woods in my area when I noticed a little girl running from a wolf, so I decided to investigate. As I went in for a closer look, I realized the girl was Little Red Riding Hood and decided to help her get rid of the wolf. It was after I helped the 3 billy goats gruff that I realized where I was. Rapunzel thought Danielle's story was most interesting and promised her she'd keep her super safe while she was there. Danielle appreciated this and, offered to help her out. That's very sweet of you, Danielle. However, while you're here, you're my responsibility, she told her kindly. During her stay, Danielle was kept super safe and well protected, as Rapunzel always had her under her watchful eye and never let her go off on her own, and honestly made her hold her hand whenever they went out. That night, Rapunzel put Danielle to bed early to make sure she got plenty of rest. The next day, they went for a walk to where Danielle entered the forest, only to realize it was the border between the worlds. They stepped across the border into the real world where Rapunzel transformed into a tall blonde woman. She handed her over to John and Linda, who had come looking for her. They were pleased to have their daughter back and thanked the woman for looking after her, shaking her hand. As the woman crossed the border, she turned back into herself and they realized she was Rapunzel, who told them it was a pleasure and went back into the forest. John and Linda took Danielle home to hear about her adventure.